Vecino's Coffee Guy. Hit subscribe and watch us regularly. We've been doing some interesting things on new products. We've been in the Boston Coffee Festival, Expo, and all kinds of new products we've been showing you. And today we're going to go into grinders. And I have a mess of new grinders behind me. This is one I just unboxed. It's one for decaf or home use. And it's a grind on demand, and you can set the seconds and the grind. And so it worked real well last night. Did a little catering event and with this little machine here. But then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the quality espresso. We're going to look at the Q10. This is the Q9 before the touchscreen. And one of the things we're noticing about grinders is that most all of them anymore, you can still buy the old doser type, but most all are grind on demand. And they're coming out with new barista-friendly grinders that weigh the coffee and shut off. Grinders that are timed, but you set the face and it does it for a time. And there are many different companies making grinders. Grinders have evolved into wonderful new tools, and people, as I was talking to a guy with a desire to open a cafe. He's building out his walls, and I said, well, if you really have to cut corners, you know, go big on the grinder and upgrade your espresso machine later. I got a used machine you can put in for now if you need to, if your budget's tight, but you know, buy a temperature stable machine and later, and get what you can afford to start with, and but put your money in a grinder and keep that grinder. Grinders last a long time. I've had some grinders for a long period of time. These grinders behind me, other ones, very faithful, and really getting the right particle size and the right grind to pull a good shot is really imperative. So we're going to look at grinders. You're going to see touchscreen grinders. You're going to see grinders that are timed. You're going to see grinders that weigh.
Hey, this is Javi from Baratza, and this is our Seta series, and we have 3 different models. We have the Seta 30, which is the base model. This allows you to grind by time, and it has 30 macro adjustments. Then we have the 270. This one also allows you to grind by time, and you'll have 3 settings that allow you to record specific settings, but you also have the macro and the micro adjust. So you can dial in your espresso to very fine detail in order to get the best out of your extraction. And then we have the 270WI, which this one has Kaya technology integrated, and it grinds by weight. You still have the 270 settings with the macro and the micro, but you also grind by weight. So that means that you put your portafilter directly into your grinder, and you can grind by weight directly into it. So you just hit play and it will grind by weight and stop at the dose that you pick. So you can pick 18 grams, 20 grams, and set them, and this will remember and automatically stop your grind by weight. So these are the different features on it. They all have the same conical burrs and the same rotating ring technology.
So is this timed at all too? Can it be operated by time?
No, this cannot be operated by time. It can only be by weight. This is the only one that you can operate by time, and this one as well. The only exception is that it doesn't memorize the different settings that you can put.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, Guy. My name is Chuck Giannakis, and I'm assisting and working with Compact Grinders, Compact America today. And we're showing off our new line of PK grinders. Specifically, you were asking about the PKF. PKF grinder basically is a full steel grinder, no plastic on it, with the exception of the hopper. All of the chutes and everything are all stainless, and basically full weight and scale built in.
So it's got a scale. Can you demonstrate this for me?
Yeah. So this is a hands-free system. And the hands-free system basically helps the barista in the sense of not having to weigh your portafilters first, dose, weigh again. So the hands-free system is set up. Hop in. You can see up in here, it's tearing out the weight of the portafilter. And then it's set. This is pulling 19.2 grams.
No.
So I don't know if I need to pull a shot.
Oh yeah,
whatever, we can do that. So this is set up where you can hit totally hands-free. You can do other work. Your barista can come back and do what they need to do. What I love about these grinders and the new technology here is that you can still, your barista will still need to hone in on its on your grind setting. All right, very, very easy to do. The compacts are made to just basically very easy touch. Hit your dose number, your menu within 8 seconds after doing that. You can program in, dial in your grind, and it's infinite stepless grind setting.
Okay, show me your other grinders. Give me a 1 minute on all the grinders, what each grinder is.
Okay.
Next to it is
well, the PCAF. The only thing I didn't tell you on this is an 83 millimeter flat
burr set.
Okay, flat burr set. PKR is 100 millimeter burr set. All right, all flat burrs. Again, these grinders all of the grinders are based and built for high yield extraction for specialty coffee. So
and that scales and weighs.
This is just doser. This one in particular is just doser. So this is going to time you for dosing. This is a large-scale grinder for doing either, you can do cuppings,
pour-overs,
you can do pour-overs and espresso on there.
Okay, and what do we have over here?
This one is one of our favorites.
You can do macro and micro.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh.
So what you've got here is these are right now set up for single dose. Okay. So again, a stepless grinding dial-in system. Okay. These hoppers here can be, if you need to go to a higher level of production, these can come out, and any of the compact hoppers of the PK line can fit up on top of here to do more if you want to. But basically, you would pour your coffee, weigh your coffee out, put it on top in the single dose hopper, open it, bring it in, and then your on button here. No digital on this. This is really for those that want to go, completely controllable by hand.
Okay.
David's been using one now for about 2 hours. And any comments, David, on it?
For a pour-over bar, if you have a pour-over bar, you can't ask for a better grinder because you're getting the exact same amount of coffee coming out as you are putting in.
What about retention?
Zero
retention.
Okay, this is the Essential?
Essential. The PKE, the Essential grinder, and the Fresh On Demand.
On demand, a little less money because it's just the Essential.
Correct, sir. And this one has a the grind setting on here, the adjustment
on the collar.
On the collar is just a little less of a stepless of the Fresh On Demand. Same grinder though, same kind of setup. Dual fan motors.
And this is
the PKF. So this is the one you were just looking at over here. But this is without the scale. So you have with scales and without scales.
Okay, without the scale.
Hands-free though. So you can still, but these are doser.
And this is going to give you some helpful information on grinders. If you want to talk to me, feel free to contact me and we can talk specifically about what you're thinking and looking at. Again, this is Guy from the Vecino's Coffee Guy.